Now, after the shorebirds get their fill, they're going to head on up to the Arctic tundra. They're going to finish their migration. And then what will they do, Mariah?
Nest and breed and raise up to 3 or 4 chicks.
That's right. It's a cycle. And the cycle has been going on for hundreds of thousands of years. And as long as the shorebirds have healthy chains of wetland habitats, the shorebirds will continue to make those magnificent migrations. From the Arctic tundra, the shorebirds will head back down south to Central or South America or Mexico, and they'll spend their winter months there. Those are wetland habitats too, remember? And then there's the Arctic tundra. That's a wetland habitat, and when they go back up there in the spring, they'll stop at important places. These habitats called stopovers, like the Copper River Delta on the Chugach National Forest. But as we've seen, the journey is a dangerous one, and it's made difficult more by humans sometimes, polluting water and altering habitat. Mariah, I think you had a question for Dan.
Mr. Logan, what can these students do to help protect the shorebirds on their migration?
Well, Mariah, let's ask some of your classmates and see. Maybe Cody, you might have something.
Learn more about local shorebirds and wetlands.
Excellent idea. And then you can take some of this knowledge and you can write an article for your local newspaper, or you could even write your own newsletter. How about another one, Rachel?
Be a biologist.
Hey, now I like that idea. You can you can monitor birds right in your backyard, or you can look at birds in the wetlands, and then you can send those observations into things like the Shorebird Sister Schools program, or even the Cornell Lab. Not only is it a lot of fun to do, but it helps biologists get a better understanding about these birds. How about another one? How about Ben?
Observe signs and enjoy shorebirds from a distance.
Great idea. You know, a lot of shorebird habitat down south, people like to go to those beaches too. So if you go there, give the birds a lot of room, look at them with a pair of binoculars, and keep a good distance. How about another one? How about Victoria?
Adopt-a-Wetland on public or private land.
Great idea. You know, you can also help land managers plant trees or some of the local vegetation. Well, thanks, you guys. You came up with some great ideas, great ways to protect wetlands. And that also helps birds during their migration. Remember, shorebirds and a lot of other animals depend on wetland habitat. So anything you do to help wetlands helps them. So find out about some of the wetlands in your habitat, in your area. Who knows, maybe a local park or farmland might provide some great wetland habitat. Or you could take your family to a national forest or Fish and Wildlife Service refuge, and then you could look at some of the wetland habitats there. Now these public places, just like the Chugach National Forest, they belong to all of us. And a lot of critters, like moose and bears and wolves, they all make their homes on these public lands.